Thank you, everybody, for coming again. It's Friday's Hero on Friday afternoon, and we also have Employee of the Week this week. We'll start today with Friday's Heroes. And today we're honoring APD Detective Terry Dye and Volunteer Crime Prevention Officer Bill Jackson, both of who are with us today, along with Chief Schultz. These gentlemen's hard work and dedication made a neighborhood a safer place to live and to raise a family, and we'll tell you the story here in just a minute. A neighborhood on the west side of the city of Albuquerque was beginning to see an increase in drug activity, including the sale, use of drugs, and burglaries. A particular rental property seemed to be at the crux of the problem. On numerous instances, neighbors would witness drug users and homeless people coming to and from the property, especially late at night. This activity created a great deal of alarm for the community, as you could well imagine, and residents were beginning to feel intimidated in their front yards and feared for their safety of their children as well as their own personal safety. As this problem escalated, complete loss of the sense of security, the belonging of the neighborhood, and the well-being was being lost for the families that were living there. So Detective Dye and Mr. Jackson decided to truly make a difference for the neighborhood. Together, they were able to make the necessary steps in place to make the problem go away through hard work, so that this house could no longer be dangerous to the individuals coming in and out, to buy drugs. The city of Albuquerque and the Albuquerque Police Department received the description of a letter from a gentleman whose family lives in the neighborhood. He said, quote, "It gives me great pleasure to praise just a couple of your officers among the hundreds that you have for a job well done, and the professional skills and their attitude displayed can only be attributed to their leadership," unquote. And it's important for the community to know that members of our department are striving every day to make the city of Albuquerque safer and a place for families to be comfortable on their own property in their neighborhoods. So I'm going to have Chief Schultz add a few details to this, and then we have our heroes coins for you gentlemen as well. So, Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. And this is another great example of teamwork. As we all know, it very often only takes one house in a neighborhood to bring the entire neighborhood down. And this was one of those cases. This was a rental house, and the folks who were in the house, very often, they have friends and associates. And in this particular case, it was those friends and associates that were coming over to visit at the house that were causing problems for the neighborhoods. Officer Dye and Mr. Jackson did the research, found out there was only supposed to be one person at the house. Instead, there were four. And through research of calls for service, realized that this was the crux of the problem. There had been many thefts, as well as auto thefts that occurred in the area, and they were able to work with the people who were at the house and get them to voluntarily relocate, which was good for the entire neighborhood. But they didn't just stop there. They've also been working with the owner of the house and have got him convinced to become part of the Albuquerque Multi-Crime-Free Housing Program, so he can do a better job of picking tenants in the future, so we don't have the problem recreate itself. So just a great example of good police work, coordination, working with the renter, the neighborhood, and the landlord. So a great job well done. Thank you.
Chief, tell us, Mr. Jackson's a volunteer officer. It says on the sheet. How could you explain that just a little bit?
Actually, Bill's an employee of the police department. Each one of the area commands has multi-crime-free housing specialists who work with the area commander and the neighborhoods. And his job is to help neighborhoods become safer, looking for root causes of crime problems and issues. And it includes everything from going out and doing assessments of neighborhoods and individual houses and businesses, to helping coordinate neighborhood meetings and block watches, and you name it. He's kind of a jack of all trades, and he kind of helps bridge the gap between the community and the police officers working that area. So kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, jack of all trades. A Jackson of all trades, maybe.
Yeah.
Listen, gentlemen, thank you so much. We have our Friday's Heroes coins for you. These have been made specifically for men and women of the Albuquerque Police and Fire Department. They go above and beyond and do great things in our community. I'm just honored to be able to present those to you today. Mr. Jackson, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate all you're doing out there in the community. And as a mayor, I'll have people come up to me on a fairly regular basis. In fact, yesterday we had our chat with the mayor that we have on a regular basis. And a lot of times people just really are proud of the Albuquerque Police Department, because you will step up, and you know the law is the law and everybody understands that, but actually getting together and solving problems for neighborhoods is oftentimes much more than just reading the law and enforcing the law. So thanks for what you're doing for our neighborhoods, and get home safe tonight, and we appreciate all of your efforts, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All right, let's bring Mary Lou. She's got our Employee of the Week. This week is Susan Spring. Welcome, Susan. How are you? Susan is a field operations officer in the Environmental Health Department. She's an 11-year veteran with the city, and she knows all of the inner workings of the Consumer Health Division. As such, she recently took the initiative to improve the Environmental Health Department database, which we call the Kiva database, by uploading and ensuring that missing information was located and put into the record-keeping system. The database that we use is vital because it tracks compliance prior to issuing permits for remodeling, food establishments, various types of pools, and a wide variety of recreational water play areas, places where we go and we eat, we recreate, we take our kids and our grandkids. The updating effort that Susan did is above her normal job duties. Her efforts have provided now the Environmental Health Department with greater accuracy, increased efficiency, and reliable decision-making capabilities. And this has saved the Environmental Health Department precious time and allowed the department as a whole to function much better. We're going through the city right now in many different departments, and we're working on upgrading our computer programs, making sure that our data entry systems are there so that we can not only gather the correct data, but that we can manage that data and use it for making other informed decisions. Susan was also recently recognized as a 2012 Environmentalist of the Year by the New Mexico Environmental Health Association. So I want to bring Mary Lou Leonard up to say a few more words, and then we have some awards for you, Susan. Mary Lou? Sorry about the podium.
That's
you
okay.
Stay on the side if you
I'll
want.
just thank you, Mayor. Susan Spring is just one of those exceptional Environmental Health Department employees that just goes the extra distance every single time, and I'm just so proud of so many of the Environmental Health employees, and Susan in particular today. I think you know, Mayor, that oftentimes we have construction projects and they don't always go as smoothly as we'd like them to, and every time something like that happens, Susan is always there to lend an extra hand, to figure out how we can make it work, and how people can get through the process as smoothly as possible. And I think over and over again, she's demonstrated to the business community and then to our partners over in the planning department that we really are there to help make things work well. And Susan is just the epitome of a city employee that really wants to make things work, and that's why I think she really deserves this award. So thank you.
Good. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We kind of have a motto around here when we talk about with the fire marshal, we talk about with environmental health, we talk about our planning department, and we have two jobs a lot of times, different jobs, but two basic jobs. Number one is keep people safe. Number two, help them succeed. And then number two part is missing sometimes, and so that's what we try to always do through the administration is have people understand. We want people to have safe eating conditions and things, but if there's a problem, it's nice to have people like Susan that will take the extra time to help the business owner, whoever it may be, succeed, which might mean, getting in compliance quickly so they don't have to shut down, whatever it happens to be. So we appreciate you keeping us safe. And so what we have for you, Susan, is an Employee of the Week mug.
Thank you.
And we also have a certificate for Employee of the Week. And we also have a letter for your personnel file. So
wonderful.
you're an awesome employee, and I think you really represent your department and all the employees, the 6,000 plus employees, very, very well. So thank you for your efforts.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
so
you very
much.
much. Thank you.